Ahoy, mateys! Welcome back to Vote for Holt, where today we are beginning the third and final Agatha Christie title that was published by the Adventure-company or whatever it is, and that is Evil Under the Sun. Now, I have played now Murder on the Orient Express and Agatha Christie and Then There Were None in that order, and I had a lot of fun with both of them. They're definitely a fun, fresh experience for me. From the usual Nancy Drew games I play on the channel. They're very similar in a lot of ways, but they take a lot more hidden object liberties that those other games don't. Both of those games I played blind, and they were lots and lots of fun. The whole way through, I just made all sorts of wild deductions and mostly red herring observations to try to figure out who the culprit was. But I've had some accuracies so far in predicting the ending. So, otherwise, Agatha Christie, Evil Under the Sun. Have never played this game. I think you play as Poirot, and I'm excited about that because I really enjoyed him in Orient Express. And otherwise, let's see if I can solve another mystery. London, September 7th, 1940.
Black curtains. How like a shroud they are. Forgive me, Hastings. The melancholy overcomes me often of late. I thank you for joining me on this night. The blackout, the air raid sirens. It is not a night to be alone, n'est-ce pas?
I couldn't agree more, old chap.
I have the bonne idée. How we will pass the hours until we know for certain if tonight at last the bombers come.
Oh.
You have asked me to tell you of the murder that occurred most recently at the Smuggler's Rest Hotel on Seadrift Island. I know I have revealed little beyond the fact that Poirot was able to use their little grey cells to bring the affair to a satisfactory conclusion.
Yep, that's Poirot.
The newspapers have said nothing. To think that a case of Poirot's does not merit at least a single paragraph is yet one more outrage I lay at the feet of Herr Hitler. He gobbles up space in the newspaper the way he gobbles up so much of Europe, including my own beloved Belgium. But tonight, I propose to take our minds off of the horrors of war. I will not only share with you the events as they happened, but more. You have often complained in your very charming British way, oh so polite, that Poirot withholds important facts and clues from you, so that you have no opportunity to solve yourself the crime.
It's true.
I have applied the grey cells, and a solution has presented itself. Here is your opportunity, mon ami. I will tell the story so vividly to you that you will think you are there yourself. You will direct Poirot's every action. Every fact, every clue will be there in front of your eyes. I will eliminate any characters without a part in our little drama. The hotel? It was not as understaffed as you will see it. In the same spirit, I set the stage. Oh, do not concern yourself with missing rooms, Hastings. Only those locations of importance will be presented. There will be no distractions. You will solve the case even as I did. Oh, peut-être. With a little hint here and there from the magical device you see there on that table. But no doubt, it will not be necessary.
Magical device?
Magical?
It is called the Finger of Suspicion.
That's a whole ass finger.
By a wizard, someone for whom I did a small favor last year in Manchester.
Poirot, whose finger is that?
Bien, sir. All you need to do is place one of these cards in the center of the machine. They each represent one of the players in our story. I will wave my hands above it so, utter the secret incantation, and it will point you in the right direction.
Well, for starters, it's complete rot. I know you, Poirot. If anyone has a more practical, clear-eyed view of how this world works, I haven't met him. You don't believe in magic.
Poirot, this makes no sense.
Method of giving me hints. I won't stop you. It'll be a treat to see you cavorting about like a stage prestidigitator. But I suspect the hints will somehow be coming from you.
If you are so certain it is nothing but hocus pocus, then would you be willing to try and solve the mystery of the Finger of Suspicion, as well as the murder on Seadrift Island?
Absolutely.
Very well. I will give you 7 clues at times of my choosing throughout the evening. Perhaps when you have all 7, you will be able to see the true genius behind the finger of suspicion.
Bro!
Here is your first clue. Power.
Power? The power of magic?
What the hell does
I
this
give you the
mean?
clues, Hastings. Do not expect me to explain them as well. Explore my office first. Equip yourself for your journey into the past. Come to me when you are ready. In the meantime, I will tell you 3 little stories to whet your appetite.
Seadrift Island, South Devon. 1703. That man is doing a dance.
When we receive our orders, we are obliged to go on the main to proud Spain, where the stormy winds do blow.
That is a ghost. No, that's actually just Altair ibn Lahad from Assassin's Creed. Okay, I'm gonna just withhold my comments until the game stops showing me this crazy shit, because I already have a million thoughts, because this game is nothing like what I expected.
Saints preserve me!
Okay, so he's telling us 3 stories. That was one of them. Here's the second story. This one's present day, 1940. That was the whole story? Poirot, what are you smoking? Voodoo doll? Is that what we have here? What does this have to do with literally anything? I thought this game was about solving a murder on a tropical island. Or some beach resort. What the fuck is this?
Make of these stories what you will, mon ami. They are each related most closely to the events on Seadrift Island that you and I are about to explore. Keep them in mind. Explore my office first. Equip yourself for your journey into the past. When you are ready to begin your investigation, tell me. My story, it will commence, and you will have your chance to solve the mystery.
Okay, Okay. The game is finally ready to start. Okay, wow. That was, an interesting start. Yo, wait. This is a point-and-click game. This is like a first-person point-and-click game. The other two were like third-person point-and-clicks. Okay, so we play as a guy named Hastings, I guess? I thought we played as Poirot in this game. And, Hastings looks like Christopher Walken. He looks exactly like Christopher Walken for some reason. Okay, let's poke around here. We have a bunch of files that none of them are named. Okay, yeah, I need a second to talk about that. So okay, first of all, we are in London in World War II as the Germans are bombing London, and we have our curtains blacked out over the window so that we don't get bombed. And we're just gonna try to pass the time in here with Poirot telling us a story about a mystery he solved. And then Poirot told us 3 stories about ghosts, murders, and secret societies and shit. Cause he's Hercule Poirot. That's what he does. But I don't know who this Hastings character is. If I saw right, is there a picture of us on the wall? Yeah, we just picked it up. Oh, no, resume game. What is this?
I'm ready, Poirot.
Oh,
I am
nope.
sorry, Hastings. You have not obtained everything you may need for the investigation. Do you have something to carry the clues in? A notebook with which to record the facts? The stopwatch should time prove to be an important fact.
Okay,
Give me a
yes,
few moments.
I'll find the stuff.
As you will.
I'll find everything I need. I was gonna say I wanted to look at that picture, because it looks like we're good buddies with Poirot. Like, kind of a Holmes and Watson sort of deal.
A wise choice, Hastings. With this stopwatch, you will be able to determine the time it would take the suspects to make their way to the scene of the murder.
Poirot does sound very French, but he's actually Belgian. Somebody told me that in Murder in the Orient Express. Okay. We got a briefcase. And a watch, stopwatch. Seadrift Island looks like it's where most of this game's gonna take place. Okay. And then we needed a book, I think, or something. To Mr. Hercule Poirot, I hope you will accept these 2 tokens of my esteem: the book and the gadget. Yeah, the gadget. That just reminded me of the wizard's finger. I still have no idea what the hell that is about, or where Poirot met a wizard who just gave him a finger, which he told him has magical powers. I just need to keep playing and see what happens. I've been called a genius by the many great men, from Ali Bey to Jasper Maskelyne, from whom I have had the honor to build certain devices. I have now found in you a man I can truly call genius. Thank you for extricating me from that messy misunderstanding in Manchester. Unlike Houdini, I would have stayed in jail. From one genius to another, Bill Nichols. The Sorcerer's Apprentice by William Henry Nichols. Oh, so that's the author. Okay. An account of my life, times, and mechanical contrivances built for the magicians of the great world. Okay. Is this book gonna have like a magic subplot or something? Is that what the wizard's finger is? Is it a magic trick?
The investigation has not yet begun, Hastings.
Ah! Shh! You fucking scared me. Okay, so this is a mirror, and that's us.
Things are progressing exactly as I expected.
Yeah, we look like British Christopher Walkens. Is Christopher Walkens British? He might already be British. It's possible he was just doing an accent in Pulp Fiction. No, do not quit the game. He also might have been doing an accent in Batman Returns. And those are the only 2 movies I've ever seen Christopher Walken in. Okay, Colonel Weston? Wait, what is the function of all these? Oh, wow. Okay, good. Looks like we've got a whole lot of people. So... Oh. Okay, this looks like it could be really cool. We're gonna be... with pocket money. Okay, I think we're gonna be, like, actually solving the mystery, and Poirot's just gonna screw with us unless we get it right. Damn, we got a lot of suspects. Okay, this could be a lot of fun. I'm gonna get real intuitive on this one. First, I gotta learn what the crime is, though. God, I'm gonna sink my teeth into this shit so hard. But for real, though, what's the last item we need? There's not a notebook in this room, is there? Is this the first... Oh, God, it was on the desk. Okay, very cool, Poirot.
I'm ready, Poirot.
You need only to touch your portrait, and we are off.
Okay, Here we are. August 24th, 1940. Morning. Seadrift Island, I presume. Let's solve a murder.
Notice how the portrait is now of Poirot. When you wish us to return to my flat, you have only to touch my portrait.
So now we're Poirot. Awesome. So, I guess Hastings and Poirot are just going to be bickering back and forth over us throughout the whole game. That could be fun. Okay, this is what the other games were like. I was not expecting that first-person point-and-click. Nice room you got here. Lots of natural light. I like how Poirot waddles around. It's kind of funny. Got a nice bathroom here.
Although I am sure that this sight would amuse you, Hastings, Poirot will not engage in such activities for the duration of this tale.
Nah, I've got you for this mystery. I'm watching you take a piss. I don't see anything else in here. Okay, let's just get outside. These games have a habit of making very detailed, numerous bathrooms, and nothing important in them. Look at that, we get labels. That's so kind. We didn't get labels in the last game, but we did in order in the Orient Express, though.
Quite securely locked, I am afraid. No.
Okay. Hey, a person.
Pardon, mademoiselle, what is your name?
Gladys, sir. Oh, sir. If it's about the towels, the delivery hasn't come yet from the mainland. And that Will is ever so unreliable.
There is no hurry. Poirot has completed his toilet.
Well, if it's the bed, I'll get to it when I can. There's so much to do.
Do not trouble yourself.
Gladys. You seem out of sorts. What's the matter?
You seem out of sorts. Is something wrong?
Oh, no, sir. No, not really.
There. What is it?
It's that Will Jenks, if you must know.
Will Jenks. Tell me about this fella.
You seem quite angry with this Will Jenks.
Will? Oh, he thinks quite a bit of himself, he does. Just because a girl might go with him to the films in Kingsbridge or have a bit to eat at the local, he thinks he's got her wrapped around his little finger. Thinks he can do whatever he likes when she's not around.
Is there another girl?
He says no, but I've seen her with him at the garage and walking in the high street. And she's still a child, too.
Bro.
But I won't mention names. It would cost me my job.
I am sure he will see the error of his ways, mademoiselle. Be patient.
Alright, Will Jenks just made the hit list.
What can you tell me of Seadrift Island?
Only that I wouldn't stay around here after dark.
Why not?
There's a ghost. Old Tom Cutter's ghost. A smuggler and a pirate. Murdered he was. Shot down by government agents after his gold.
And have you seen the ghost of whatever his name was, the pirate?
You have seen this ghost?
I haven't, but many have. He haunts the pub here on the island what's closed now.
Au revoir, madame.
Alright. So that must be the first story he told us about there being a ghost on the island. Real quick. Those doors are probably locked. I'll come back to them later. I'm liking this color palette. So far, every Agatha Christie game has had a very distinguished color palette, and this is no exception. We have a receptionist. Guess we'll talk with her. Look at the picture for
Mr.
Poirot talking.
Good morning. All settled in, are you?
Yes, Mrs. Castle, thank you. I am looking forward to my little holiday from Crown.
Oh boy.
Anything I can help you with?
Where can I learn the history?
A most beautiful island. Where can I learn more of its history?
That brochure will introduce you to the colourful past of Seadrift Island and Lethercombe Bay. Once you've studied that, you'll probably have more questions. I'm from London myself, but most of our staff are local. Perhaps they can help you. And the villagers have all sorts of wonderful stories.
Neato.
Who else is staying here at present?
You are welcome to check the register if you wish, Mr. Poirot. Perhaps you'll find someone you know.
Check in the register, we'll do that.
Have the coastal evacuations affected you yet?
As you can see from the register, our two largest parties have gone. In the past few weeks, the Smuggler's End pub here on the island has closed, and Lethercombe Bay is almost a ghost town. Every day I expect Colonel Weston to order the hotel closed as well. It's only a matter of time, I'm afraid.
I shall not keep you any longer, Mrs. Castle. Merci.
If you need anything more, I'll be in my office.
Mrs. Castle, the receptionist. Okay. So it sounds like that pub just recently closed. It's a little surprising. What's this here? Is this the registrar? Seadrift Island brochure. No, that's the thing about the history. We'll take a look at that later. This must be the registrar.
Well, Poirot, this will surely prove useful.
Hastings.
I'll copy the valid information into my journal.
Okay. Do we... How many of these people do we know? Anybody? The Cohens... Masterman. Masterman, that was a name we heard in Orient Express. I doubt it's the same one, though. And Mr. Hercule Poirot himself. Very nice. Let's get outside. I want to see the water. Look at his ginger little walk. That's so funny. A lady out the water. Let's see who this is.
Hello there.
Good morning, mademoiselle. I am Hercule Poirot.
Emily Brewster. Pleasure to meet you.
Brewster.
You rest from your exertions?
No, I teach ballet to a lot of energetic young girls. It would take more than a little row around this tiny island to wear me out. I don't know if you noticed, but I found what looks like the carving of a dart on a rock on the path there when I came down to bathe. It appears to be quite old. I was curious to see if there were any more carvings along here.
And have your investigations met with success?
Nothing so far. The sea may have worn any away, I suppose.
A carving of a rock. Huh.
Do you choose to bathe here instead of at the beach?
Yes, I do so every day. It's just a few steps from the hotel. And there's this one gentleman, Major Barry, who seems to take a rather obvious interest in women in bathing attire. Makes my flesh crawl. So I try to avoid the beach.
Boy, nothing but crepes around this place.
Are you enjoying Seadrift Island?
To tell you the truth, Mr. Poirot, this was a necessary trip for me. I lost a very close friend several months ago. I'm here to try and come to terms with her death, and to reclaim my life if I can. Forgive me for being so frank to an innocent question. I'm not sure why I said that.
Not at all, mademoiselle. People often find they can confide in me.
Of course. You're that Hercule Poirot.
Ah, so she knows us.
There is more than one?
I've heard of you, of course. I apologize I didn't make the connection at once.
And how long have you been at the hotel?
Have you been here at the hotel long?
9 or 10 days.
Have you formed any impressions of our fellow guests?
Are you down here on a case, Mr. Poirot?
Not yet.
No. For a short holiday only. Forgive me if the question was impertinent.
Oh, I don't mind. Let's see. Horace Blatt is a wealthy businessman, of the sort one tries to avoid in London. Loud and boorish. I think he finds us all rather boring. The Redferns seem like a nice couple, but I've noticed a tension between them. If you want my opinion, Arlena Marshall is at the bottom of it. She's one of those women men seem drawn to, and other women tend to hate.
Arlena Marshall.
Good luck in your investigation.
Thank you.
So it looks like we're going to have a lot of names in this game. There were a ton of people in Murder on the Orient Express. Not so many in And Then There Were None, but still a good few. Maybe 11 or 12 people. But, actually, no, there were 10 exactly, weren't there? Probably. 11 including myself. Anyways. It usually takes me a couple of episodes to get everyone's names down, but most of the time, once people start dying off, it gets easier. And it sounds to me like, judging by everything I know about this game, we have a murder coming up very soon.
This is a useful point to measure the time it takes to reach Cutter's Cove, the spot that will be the scene of the murder.
Oh, that's interesting. So what you're saying is we're going to time how long it takes for people to move from...
From the hotel to Cutter's Cove, it is 25 minutes.
Okay. Interesting. So I guess we're going to use stuff like that to check people's alibis as we go on. Oh, another person.
Good morning, mademoiselle. May I join you?
Don't be so
I would
forward,
be
Poirot.
delighted. It's Madame Redfern, by the way. Christine. You must be Hercule Poirot, the famous detective.
Oh boy.
I am he.
Modesty, old man.
You may have reason to be modest, Hastings. Poirot does not.
Poirot, you ass.
The old place was buzzing last night when you arrived.
Perfect day for some sketching.
Ah, it is a perfect day for sketching.
Yes, indeed. I'm trying to capture that sailboat down there.
Huh. What are they doing? Dumping a body? That'd be really funny if the murder is happening right now. We're just watching it happen.
I see it. The man at the tiller seems quite good.
That's Horace Black. He's a guest here. He splits his time mainly between the bay and the bar.
A red sail is unusual, is it not?
Yes, quite.
What brings you to the Smuggler's Rest Hotel?
I'm here with my husband, Patrick.
Patrick, eh?
Hastings.
It was his idea, really. He's the
Hastings.
outdoors type.
What the fuck, man?
Burns so easily, I'm afraid. I must take care.
Okay, tell me more about your husband.
Where is your husband?
That's him down there, swimming.
You do not swim, Madame Redfern?
No. The man near the equipment shed is George, the bathing beach attendant. That other man in the chair is Major Barry. You'll find him there most days, especially if there are any women swimming.
Okay, so that's Barry the Creep.
Major Barry has an eye for the ladies?
So we've been told.
Definitely. Bit of a bore too. Full of stories about the army in India. That and his dogs. He apparently has many dogs.
Noted. Tell our time here may be cut short.
Our time here may be cut short.
Because of the evacuation, you mean?
Lots of
Many
bombings going
seaside
on.
resorts are already closed.
Yes, that's mainly why I agreed to come. This could be Patrick's last chance for who knows how long.
What can you tell me about
Last
our
chance
fellow
for what?
guests?
Well, there's Emily Brewster.
We know her.
You usually find her rowing about the island. Ballet instructor at a school in North Taunton, I believe. There's a couple from up north somewhere. Gardners. She'll talk your ear off. He's rather a dear, really. And Arlena Stewart, of course. You must have heard by now that she is here.
Oh, you know her?
Did we meet her?
My
I think so.
husband does. I'm
Ah.
afraid that's enough sum for me for a while, Mr. Poirot.
We heard about
It
that.
has been a pleasure, madame.
She's that harlot, isn't she? She's the one who's Is she the one who's seeing Will Jenks? Jenks? I don't know. I don't know the names well enough yet.
This is a useful point to measure the time it takes to reach Cutter's Cove, the spot that will be the scene of the murder.
Oh, so this is where the murder's gonna happen, huh? Okay. Time that bitch.
From the ledges to Cutter's Cove, it is 6 minutes.
Okay. So this is all important stuff to know. Thanks for pointing that out, Poirot. I would not have noticed that.
You wish to eavesdrop, Hastings? As you wish. We will listen to the conversation.
This is great,
Sleuthing
actually.
is all very well, and I like to do a place thoroughly. But a quiet spot by the seaside where I can just sit and do my knitting is so relaxing, isn't it, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
And this is such a picturesque
Is this the
spot,
Gardner couple?
Quite out of the world and at the same
Oakley
time
Gardner,
very
is that his name?
comfortable and most exclusive in every way, isn't it, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
Okay. So maybe he'll murder his wife. Let's see. So this is a scenic spot for them. Hey there, allow me to introduce myself.
Bonjour, madame. Bonjour, monsieur. I hope I do not disturb you.
Why, of course not. He's not disturbing us, is he, Oakley?
No, darling.
You must be our newest addition. Mr. Hercule Poirot, the famous detective. You recall me telling you he would be joining us, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
I am Mrs. Carrie Gardner.
Gardner.
This is my
Knew
husband,
it.
Oakley.
I'm a detective,
Very
guys.
pleased to make your acquaintances.
What business are you in, Mr. Gardner?
Our fellow guests seem
Gardner?
most charming.
You think so? Some are, of course. Others, well, I wouldn't like to say, but I was telling Oakley just last evening that that Stewart woman is paying quite too much attention to Mr. Redfern, wasn't I, Oakley?
Of
Yeah.
course, having run a theatre, I'm well aware that actors aren't like us. They have different standards.
Lower standards.
Yes, darling.
And you should have seen Mr. Marshall and Miss Darnley laughing and joking yesterday. Everyone thought they'd just met, but apparently they are old friends.
Okay. Are you having a good time?
Are you enjoying your stay on the island?
Very much. It's so peaceful and relaxing, so far from the cares of the world, isn't it, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
God, he has nothing to say, like ever. It's just yes, darling.
What business are you in, Monsieur Gardner?
Oakley is retired, Mr. Poirot. He was manager and owner of the Lake District's best-known theatre company.
I wouldn't
These
have
days
guessed.
I
He's so
travel and
bland.
indulge my passion for collecting rare coins.
Enough of that. I'm sure Mr. Poirot isn't interested in old coins.
Sure I am. In fact, I've got some coins in my pocket. You want to look at them?
This is an interesting spot.
Yes, isn't it? Not as much wind, I think, as the terrace above the bathing beach or over at Sanctuary Cove. Oh, look, Oakley. There goes Miss Brewster again. Can't think where she gets her energy.
I will leave you now.
Okay, yeah, gladly. Yeah, we do actually have some pocket money. What happens if I
Your
give this to
current
him?
course of action. It is.
Like, genuinely?
I will not do that.
Okay. I was curious if maybe I could just pull out like a Scarface quarter or something, some rare coin. Okay. What's up this way?
What are you thinking, Hastings? Poirot, he does not climb up and down the ladders?
Well, I do when I take control, so get out of the way, Poirot. Are you serious? Poirot won't climb ladders, he's just too high and mighty? Ooh. What do we have here?